Our coverage of the NFL has brought us to one of the league's most recognizable homes, Lucas Oil Stadium, opened in 2008 here in Indianapolis. Today, our draw features two from the AFC, between the Tennessee Titans and the Indianapolis Colts.
Harrison Butker set to kick off.
Set to go is the kicker, Harrison Butker. And here we go from Indy. Here's a return from the 7. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. Well, we see the medical staff headed out there now. We're going to get a timeout as they handle an injured player. Not what you want to see so close to the end of the season. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Now run here with Blake Corum. And he scampers ahead and gets 2 on the carry. Offense in the hurry up here.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7.
Tagovailoa now working from the gun. He's going to loft this deep down the left sideline. Lays out for this one. Oh, what a catch! They rip up a huge chunk of field as the downs reset.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
Throws caught. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Yeah, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook wide open.
Offense still line. This is 2nd and 4. 2 now from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete. Defense hasn't really found its backbone yet, but maybe just a little sliver of light between the clouds here as they bring up 3rd down.
Yeah, you're not going to likely keep points off the board, but if you can come through with one more stop and limit it to a field goal, yeah, that's at least something to build from. The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to 3rd and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was 3rd and manageable and incomplete.
All right, so they're going for this. I like this being aggressive from the get-go on their opening drive. And it's a turnover to begin their game. That's incomplete on 4th, and it's going to go over on downs.
I think this defense was resigned to giving up 3 points on the opening series. Instead, well, they got the chance to deny them anything, and boy, did they ever attack it.
Tennessee to the line, 1st and 10. The first carry here for Tony Pollard. Tackle made right around the 26. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And the Titans have a first.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 26-yard line.
Again, a run with Pollard. Solid gain on that play drop. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
Baker now from the gun. He's going to be caught by Tyler Warren. Up to the races, middle of the field. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans don't need long to take a 6-0 lead. And that right there, Brock, is a touchdown I think our fellow broadcaster Greg Olsen would be proud of. A big strike to the tight end that I don't think a lot of receivers could have pulled off and make it look as easy.
You know, a lot of times you're splitting hairs talking about the differences between tight ends and receivers at this level because a lot of those guys, they work the same route tree and they move with the football just like their receiver teammates. And they could score some lengthy touchdowns too, just like he showed off.
Fielded at the 7. Showing a little burst so far. And the work already half done thanks to that run back. They're taking over at midfield.
Hey, listen, I get it. I'm as guilty as anyone. So hyper-focused on offense and defense, often forgetting it's special teams in a play like that that can swing a game. What a great return now to start out on a short field. And you've got to believe all this offense is thinking is let's capitalize and find that end zone.
And he'll come up with a gain of 3 on the run up the middle.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down at the line.
It was as if the defense knew what play was coming. That was a play they knew they could defend, and boy, did they ever, stopping it right at the line of scrimmage.
Let's go.
Throwing, here's Tagovailoa on third. It's caught by McLaurin. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. That's going to pick up the first down after a gain of 26.
21 G.
First and 10 at the 20-yard line.
Whoa. 22.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. That one's incomplete in the end zone. Thought he had a touchdown there. And it's going to be second down. Tough to blame him for that drop, Brock. Even if it would have been a touchdown, that was a great effort defensively, timing that hit, keeping them from hitting the end zone.
Reaction and burst. You get in the red zone defensively, you'll hear it all the time.
He takes this one in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts will reach pay dirt for the first time this game. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Colts tie this game 7-7.
Jake Bailey set to kick off.
Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. The coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
Titans to the line now. First and 10. They'll start this one on the ground with Pollard. Nearly starts the drive with a first down run. Stopped a yard short, gain of 9.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I'd like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Last run got him 9, so now they need one more here on second down.
180. What's up?
Right back to Pollard. And he'll get them enough for a first down.
Hey, I know the temptation is there. If I'm thinking it in the booth, I know that play caller is too. That could have been a chance to be aggressive. Not the case. Go get the first down like they did, and a new set of downs to work with.
First and 10. Here's Mayfield. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That's just simply one of those situations, Kate, where I think you and I got to tip our cap to the defense. Really took away everybody. There was no outlet, and only an incompletion could be had.
Here's second and 10 now from the 36. Throwing again is Baker. It's downfield. He's got it. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
24-yard gain on the play. First down, Titans.
Up the middle, here goes Pollard. And he manages to get back to the line, but no further, as we're at the end of one. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Scoreboard showing 7s on each side. We'll take a brief pause and head back to Lucas Oil Stadium after this. We're ready to go with the second quarter, and it's Titans football. They're advancing it well as they face second down. Now here he goes on the boot. Buying some time right. Into the hands of Garrett Wilson. He runs this to the 25 before being brought down. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs. They're all set now. First and 10.
First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
Baker now off the play fake. Bails out of the pocket quick. He's going to keep it this time. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
10 more yards.
They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 15-yard line.
Trying the inside handoff to Pollard. And he's only going to get 2 or 3 yards on that one.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Has it down close. And that is a Tennessee touchdown. The Titans take a second quarter lead. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Harrison Butker is set to kick off.
Butker on now to kick this one away. Has this at the 6. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Indianapolis bringing the offense to the line. Here's first and 10. Shotgun snap now to Tagovailoa. Ball finds his back. It's Corum. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
Dude, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. But one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
Third and just 2 to go.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
That one's out and cut on the right side. And they're going to stop him after he gets this to the 26. They're going to move the chains after a big play, 39 yards.
I think every quarterback around the world would agree, Kate. You love throwing a short pass to a tight end and then give that guy a chance to show off his speed in the open field. He outruns defense to make it a much bigger gain.
That's caught. It's Kelsey again. And all we can do is get back to the line on that effort, so no gain on first down. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
A gain of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 9.
Tua looking to throw. Short pass brought in. And they're going to touch him down after a short pickup.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd.
So when we come back, it'll be 3rd and 7. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lucas Oil Stadium after this. 3rd down, they need 7.
Ready, shot.
Throw here, 3rd down. Hits his running back. And he gets this down inside the red zone before going out.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
Quick throw right side. And he spins right by him. And they come through to stay on the field. That is enough to set this offense up with a 1st and goal.
You want to start a good debate sometime, Kate? Go in an NFL locker room and ask which position is the best athlete. The big guys, the left tackles will tell you it's them. The corners will tell you it's them.
And he's in for the touchdown. The Colts earn the chance to tie it before halftime. It's a Blake Corum touchdown.
Jack Ryman before the extra point.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts tie things up at 14.
Jake Bailey sets to kick off.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Khalil Herbert on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25.
The Titans take over 1st and 10 at their own 23.
Offense Gets into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now it's Mayfield. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Taylor rapping to pick that one off.
The Colts take over 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32.
Ready.
Here's Tua. Pass caught, 9-yard line. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Goal at the 3-yard line.
Solo left Zion.
Working inside the red zone. And he finds him in the end zone for the Indy touchdown. The Colts get some late points and the lead. Travis Kelce, the touchdown. Ryland able to connect on the point after. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Herbert on the return. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. A little less than 30 seconds to go as they begin this drive. 1st down, here's Baker. This is Brown, and he's got it downfield. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And that's good for a Tennessee 1st down.
And the Titans.
Mayfield now from the gun. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go, and let that pass rush get home.
And he's not going to get something done. They take him down. So that's how our 1st half's going to end. A momentum-building play for their defense. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Herbert on the return. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. Tennessee to the line. 1st and 10. On the counter, Dowdle. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he could reach that 40. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset. They've got 1st down here from the 36.
A gain of 14. 1st down, Tennessee.
Here's Dowdle again. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Looking for his wide receiver there. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. Jump off, caught by his back. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. So 4th down, on heads, Braden Mann for the punt. And this somehow is only going to be our 1st punt of the game. Only needed once last week in the win, and he matches that total here. And that's going to pin them as deep as it can go. They're going to be set up inside their own 5-yard line. Colts file out into formation. Here comes 1st and 10. They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. And he's forced out of bounds after a gain of about 4 there. 2nd down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or with big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it's good coverage, contested catches will really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
This gets up past the 20. He's going to have them up to that 23. That's 16 on the pickup. And it'll be first down Colts.
Something out of nothing, Kate. That may as well be listed on his resume because he's so good at it. Caught that one near the line, and after that, it was all him. Turning a modest pass into far more than a modest gain.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. That run good for a handful as it brings up second down. Moving quickly, trying to get set again.
Brings up second and 5.
Second down run by Corum. And he's down very close to that first, but looks like he is stopped just in time after a gain of 4.
That is just a good, solid run right there. I know it's pretty basic commentary, but sometimes football can be basic. It keeps you on schedule, that kind of yards per carry, and you move the sticks.
Tagovailoa looking to throw here on 3rd and 1. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
This defense, they had a plan, and they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
And it's out of bounds. Took a bounce, and it's going to be marked right along the 30-yard line.
At their own 30-yard line.
All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. The pass is incomplete, but hold on here. We've got a flag on the field. Here's the call. So they let first down stand since it worked out well for him. The penalty declined. That brings up 2nd and 10. Back to the line they come. 2nd down. Again for the first time to Rashawn White. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. Anytime you dial up a blitz and you catch them running the draw like that, Brock, the D coordinator, he's going to be patting himself on the back right there.
He is, and not only for the call, but the execution of his player as well. Because you call a blitz, Kate, sometimes they can just run with their hair on fire. He had the awareness to stop that draw before he gets started.
And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. What a play on 3rd and 13, and this drive will indeed continue.
First down. It's a gain of 23 yards. First down.
From the gun, Mayfield. Taking a chance to the end zone. And he makes the catch, but he will not get the feet down. Oh, Brock, that could have been a highlight reel touchdown. Instead, just an incompletion. No luck on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Baker now from the gun. And the Colts get to him. Down he goes. And it'll be 3rd down coming up after this defense's 3rd sack of the game.
5 yards. It's 3rd down.
3rd and long for him here. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down. Here comes the Titans punting unit. And he wants to hit his 2nd effort just as well as he hit his 1st. And he made sure to angle that one toward the sideline. It bounces inside the 20. It jumps out at the 13. Offense showing trips out right as they get set for this 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Tagovailoa. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. And he's got a bunch here up past the 25 before somebody gets to him. It's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that is good for an Indianapolis 1st down. Tagovailoa now working from the gun. That one falls incomplete and brings us to the end of this 3rd quarter. So we're through 3 here. It's the Colts who hold the lead. Not a big one, though. Trying to carry this one through the final whistle. Still 10 to go. It's 2nd down now from the 26.
All right.
Tua out of the pistol. Connects on the crosser. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
Oh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. Second down coming up.
I know that you and I love, Kate, looking at plays, discussing them, and all the different outlets and checkdowns, and usually there's a completion to be had, but not against this defense. Not on that one.
Again, it's Tagovailoa. He's going to push one deep down the right. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Solo left Zion.
Quick pass, right side, complete. And that's a solid stop there to limit the damage. Gave up some, but it's still fourth down.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, when you can make a play in the open field, keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
And that's going to wind up incomplete as their gamble doesn't pay off. They're going to turn this one over on downs. Good starting field position for the Titans. They've got it, 1st and 10. Shotgun snap for Mayfield. Chased out to his right. He's running with it. They're across the 40. Nice run here. And he's going to be taken down at the 28. Gain of 26 yards there. And the Titans have it first.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
1st and 10. Here's Mayfield. Escapes the pocket. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be second down.
Kate, I got to believe he hearkened back to that earlier pick and thought the better of making another. Getting outside the pocket, he was either going to try to run for it, had nowhere to go, so he simply threw it away.
2nd and 10, still at the 28. Throwing again is Baker. He's got Brown on the slant. And he's brought down at the 17-yard line. They gain 11 on that play. And that's good for a Tennessee first down.
1st and 10 at the 17-yard line.
From the gun, on for Dowdle. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Throwing, Baker. Has some room to work. Touchdown, Tennessee. The Titans now trail by just a point in the 4th. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
That one splits the uprights. And the Titans tie this game at 21. After tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. This return starts at the 5. And he's going to reach that 34-yard line before he stops.
Hey, maybe in the end this return just gets lost in the shuffle when we recap things, Kate. But you surrender a lead in the 4th quarter and you feel that momentum being lost. That's exactly what excellent special teams do. They turn it around. It's why that 3rd phase is coached and coached and coached, because you never know when your opportunity may arise. What a great return to begin this drive.
First play of the drive, lost a yard. Need to get it back and some change here. 2nd down.
33-yard line.
Tagovailoa working from the pistol. Has him on the quick hitter. This one's going to wind up less than a yard from that first down marker, Brock. Play gets it up to the 43. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Indy. Colts with a little more work to do to win it here. The Titans into the nickel for 3rd down. He's back to throw. Cole finds his back. It's Cole. And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down. That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on third down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
They're right here. Out.
From the pistol, here's Corum. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Buys time, rolling right. And the coverage just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
He did exactly what he was supposed to do on that play. Felt the pressure and escapes the pocket. After that, it's on somebody downfield to get open and give him a target. No one did, and he simply has to get rid of it.
That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Part of what's earned him status, Brock, is one of the league's better tight ends. Are those hands, right? His dependable hands. So shouts to the defense there because he wasn't able to hang on that time.
Kate, it's one thing for these defenders to separate a receiver from the ball, but to do so on a stud tight end, that's big time.
It's caught by McLaurin. And their next snap is coming from that red zone as he reaches the 14. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line.
And the Colts
Solo left
first
Zion.
down.
Hey, 20. Watching up.
First and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Finds him over the middle. And he's done a decent gain before being brought down. Timeout, Indianapolis. That's its second. And they're still going to have one left at their disposal.
10-yard line.
Second and 6 coming up here.
Yeah, ready. Hey.
Gives to Corum from the gun. And he breaks the tie. That's going to win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minutes.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Ryland tacks on the extra point. And the Colts break that tie and now lead by 7. The Colts ready to kick this one away, and away we go once more. Here's Herbert on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Starting out trips right here. First and 10. Here he is to throw. Trying to push deep downfield. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Colts pick up the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with the victory. This has been another edition of the NFL on EA Sports. With all our crew here and my broadcast partner, Brock Heward, I'm Kate Scott. The Colts are winners as we say so long from Indy.